Dears, that's right, I can't get up to the one you're in. All right, come closer to the edges, my dears. That was me. Carry the four. Four. There we are. Hello, Officer Cheesehead. There we are. There we are. Are we missing anyone? Did I miss anyone? No? Let me check in my mind's eye. Yes, I think we're just fine. Well, hello, dears. Yes, did you all have a lovely Crobsgiving? Oh, good, excellent. I did celebrate in my own way, but I just didn't want to, I don't know. It's important that Crobsgiving is about the Crobs, and so I didn't want to get all up in there and create any sort of drama, and I'm still learning how to be a liaison for the cats and all that. What is it, dears? You seem terribly nervous. She all right? Huh. I don't know. Is something the matter, dears? Oh, there you are, darling. What's that? Can one of you hold my scepter, please? Vicky? When did you see Vicky? No. Thank you, dear, for bringing this. It's very sweet. I don't know. It simply says that she wants us to be okay. It's not exactly an apology, though, I will say that. I don't know, dears. Do you have any insight into her mind? Do you think I'm being too harsh? Possibly? A little bit? Okay, I'm getting a lot of kind of sort ofs. You're right. Maybe it's time I spoke with her. I mean, it's not... We've all been going through a lot, and maybe it's time to heal. Maybe that's what's important. But what do you mean that Vicky didn't give you this to you, darling? Oh, a Crob! Oh, who gave it to you? Ah, yes, little guy. I know, it's crazy that I know that from what you're saying. I know, it's absolutely ridiculous that I could understand. But yes, he's a sweetie. Is he doing all right? I haven't seen him since before Crobsgiving. No? What do you mean he's not? Oh dear, so some family drama. I know his aunt is a terrible... Excuse me? You don't actually mean that, do you? Who? Someone tall? A giant skeleton? No. No. Not Officer Cheesehead. A cheese mask? Is that what you're telling me? All right. We're finding them right this instant. Come, darlings. Time is of the essence. Up you go, my dear. No, not me. Carry the fork, Kitanya. Carry the fork. Goodness, what is going on? I lost my... There we are. Oh, goodness, that would have been horrible. All right, up you go, dear. And you... All right, where is this individual? Are you feeling all right, my dears? Oh, are you communicating telepathically? Are you sounding the Guardians? Sound whoever you need, yes. My dear, I don't know if we've actually met before, have we? Oh, I'm so... Kitanya von Mousetrap, Queen of the Crobs. Lovely to make your acquaintance, darling. Yes, welcome to the fold. We have work to do. All right, dear, lead the way. reason they're here. Do you know why I'm here, dear? No. I have been informed by my guardians of the Salt Kingdom that one of the Krobs of our kingdom has been murdered by a time sprite. Do you know anything about that? You're saying it's this? By... You gave a child Krob candy and that... It wasn't you, it was the... You're saying it's our... They all seem very resolute, my dear. Yes, and you have no idea. Well, I don't wish to act rashly, but I have to make sure. Darlings, do you have proof that this individual committed the crime that you are accusing them of? You have photo evidence? I see. You have photo evidence in your mask. Let me see, my dear. Let me see your mask. I know you record in it. Well, if they hadn't done it, I certainly would have. Oh, killing an innocent little Krob. Oh. And little guy, oh, we have to tell Abby. Oh. This is just too much. I can't quite... Excuse me. Oh, is it you died and you came back and you're feeling good now? Is that what you're telling me? No. My dear, by order of the Salt Kingdom, you are banished to the island. Oh, how clever, dear. Thank you. Little guy, thank you so much for bringing me that message. And I certainly didn't come out here to have this sort of a day. My God. Oh. Sorry, Thank you, dear. I don't believe you heard me, dear. I will be sure to tell Abby and tell your family, darling. Your bravery and your diligence in bringing that message will not be forgotten. First Officer Cheesehead, are these two part of the Guardians yet? Have you two joined? Would you like to become members? I think it's important to me. Yes. I understand what you are saying, dear. I do not wish to emotionally punish you outside of what is this world, and I know it can feel like that. For this moment, my dear, you are still banished to the island. speak in the future. I understand your apology. What did you put in there? Did you put their heart in a vase? Is that what you're saying? No, not quite. Did you put their soul in a vase? Did you put their wickedry in a vase? Come, my dear, we are all going to the crop pit. Come. Oh, shoot. There we are. Gather round the edge, my dear. Come, come. Before we can complete our ritual, it seems we must purge the evil out of this one. Do you have the vase, my dear? All right. Our first officer, Cheesehead, has taken your malintent and placed it in a vase, my dear. Do you feel this desire to impose evil currently? No, no. Do you know where your desire to kill a tiny crab came from? You do. You know where it came from. It came from that. I see. My dear cloaked friend, darling who gave me the note, will you do your blood sacrifice once more into the vase to seal it? She has an affinity for this sort of thing. Thank you, dear. Now, knowing that your wicked intent has been purged from you, First Officer Cheesehead, will you toss it into the pit to forever sever it from its time sprite? We know that wickedness creeps into hearts at the most unknown and unexpected ways. This is our job as guardians of the Salt Kingdom, to make sure that we do not forget that we must take care of the crobs. It's so easy to think something is a joke, or to think that we have the right to impose our will upon a crob. But then what happens? Then we're telling that crob's sister that they have left this world. All right. My dear, now that you are purged from your malintent, do you feel called to serve and take care of the crobs? I hoped you would say yes. Sir Officer Cheesehead, would you make your shield in honor, my dear? Excellent form, my dear. Perfect, yes. Now, to join the Guardians of the Salt Kingdom, you must agree to a series of 3 questions. Our Officer Cheesehead will stand in honor as he has already completed this task. The first item you will need for the ritual is a shaker of salt. That's a snap and a clockwise. There we are. There we are, darling. Yes, yes. Now, this salt shaker represents the Krob people, their heritage and their customs, what the Krobs hold sacred as the original inhabitants of the Under. If you promise to hold that value true to your heart, to respect their customs and ways, toss in your salt shaker. Now, the next item you will need is your personal totem. Do you have a personal totem, dears? If you don't have one, you can always make the customary onion. It's a perfect starter totem. Excellent. Lovely, dears, lovely. Now, this totem, as you may have already guessed, represents you. Who you are and what you bring to our cause. It takes all kinds to fight evil in this world. It takes artists, it takes warriors, it takes comedians, believe it or not. All sorts. If you promise to bring that to our fight, your special skills and talents, toss in your totem. Thank you, dears. Now, the last item you will need, the symbol of the Guardians of the Salt Kingdom, is a shield. Do you need help making it, my dears? All right. The first thing you will need is 4 onions. Excellent. Now, one at a time, put in an onion and counterclockwise once. Oh, sorry, dear. 1 onion and then counterclockwise. Perfect. Now do that with each of your onions. Counter, counter. Oh, sorry. Oh, it just snapped first is all, dear. Oh, darling. So no snap before you put in your onions. Once. All right, dear. 1 second. Look at me. Look at me. Put in the onion counterclockwise. No snaps whatsoever. Exactly. Now do that until you have 4 coasters. Oops. There you are. That's it. That's it. Oh, shoot, the coaster got in there. You're getting very close. Perfect. My goodness, they keep jumping. It's all right, darling. It's all right. Yes. I'll hold on to this one right here. Well done, dear. Well done. Now, with these coasters, put 2 coasters in at a time. So here's 1. Now do that with your other 2 coasters. Perfect. Now, what you will do is put in both plates clockwise twice and snap. Oh, that one's broken, my dear. Hold on, hold on. So, here's 1. I have the other one right here. Oh, it didn't go in for some reason. First Officer Cheesehead, are you seeing something different than my reality? There we are. All right. Now clockwise twice, dear. Oh, dear. Yes, there was a little piece there. That's all right. First Officer Cheesehead can help you with this. It's a very complicated spell, to be honest. There we are, there we are. All right, so back to this step. See those 2 plates there? Now put in both of the plates. Oh dear, yes, it broke in the air as far as I could tell. That's all right, we'll get it here. I believe the parallel universes are fighting you right now, and it keeps hitting the object. Thank you, darling. Oh, clockwise, dear, clockwise. Yes, yes, yes. It's all right. You're getting close. There we are. Well done, darling. It's a very complicated spell, honestly. Yes, well done, dears, well done. All right, now. This shield, my darlings, represents you as a guardian of the Salt Kingdom. It is your promise to come between Krobs and harm's way, to stand for what is right here in the Under. If you promise to make that oath whenever you see a Krob in danger, whether it be a giant skeleton or simply a time sprite who doesn't know any better, then toss in your shields, my dears. Welcome, darlings, to the Guardians of the Salt Kingdom. Oh, it is a big day today, but I think this is very important work, and I am very glad to have you all aboard. Oh. Thank you, First Officer Cheesehead. Very supportive, my dear. Goodness, if only... Have you all seen my son Claudio around? He really should be here for these ceremonies. Oh, no. Have you not met him before? Oh, I see. Yes, he's a teenager now, so he does what he wants and all of that business, but... Anyway, I've been trying to get him to take up the mantle of the Guardians, but he's been very resistant and downright confused about the whole thing. It's very ridiculous to me. As Prince of the Krobs, he needs... Oh, yes. Oh, do you have an idea of how to convince him? No, not quite. Is this about Vicky? Is that what you're saying? No, no. This is about Claudio. About a druid mask? Is that what you're... No. Is it about a time sprite? A time sprite, all right, yes. The time sprites could convince him? No, not quite. I don't know. I mean, he's never been crazy about leadership, to be honest. He likes to DJ on the stage and all, which I believe everyone should have their creative outlets, to be sure. But possibly, let's see, so a time sprite could... Time sprites might be able to... Is it something a time sprite could do? No, it's... No, time sprites might inspire him. Yes, I'm very glad to see that, my dear. My dears, I do have to take care of some formal business, though. Yes, with little guy. And anyway, I keep trying not to make this a sad day, but in some ways it is. But love to you all, my dears, and we will be stronger together. And thank you for the note, darling. I will consider it. All right. Ta-ta for now, my dears.